Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for war number 9 of season 46, and today we have a matchup against Next Wave. This is an alliance that I don't think I have ever faced as a member of SSX before, so new experience here. The theme for today's war video is Deja Vu, and we're starting off with the same war team that we had in War 8, Chee'ilth, Lady D, and Hulk for a synergy. And keeping with that theme, all of the fights that I have today, and there are only 4, so a bit of a light war for me. All of these fights are going to be fights that I've taken at some point during the season, whether it's a combination of the defender and the node, or just the defender, or just like the mini-boss node. So we're starting off today on path 6. We have this bishop here on 24, and this fight and the next one against Nick are both fights that I took just last war in War 8, so a little bit of like super deja vu there. So the strategy here is going to be to block bait a lot, push bishop to his special 2 as often as possible. I thought that he would have no way to gain prowess in this fight, but as you're going to see later in the fight, I'm actually wrong about that, and I had to make a change following this war in order to correct that. So having said that, if he throws the special 1 here, it's not too big of a deal because it won't be unblockable until after we use the relic, or the striker rather, and we'll just have to back off to get rid of the incinerates. I try my best to nail every special 2 decks in any fight with Bishop. I don't have that much success here. I think I mess up this final special 2. So you're seeing that he is actually gaining prowess now, and that is because of the smother debuff from the striker. Whenever a champion heals while heal blocked with that debuff on them, it's going to deal energy damage, and that is what is causing Bishop to gain prowess there. So I didn't realize that until I was editing this video, so I've actually swapped off the Vision Relic from Lady Deathstrike and replaced it with the Green Goblin Relic, so it shouldn't happen in the future here. And then I think this special 2 ends up finishing him off. So a little bit of a learning experience on this fight. I don't think I noticed it in the previous war, but definitely did this time. Alright, so next up we have a Nick Fury on 33. This time it's an Ascended Nick Fury, so a little bit stronger than the one we fought in War 8. The strategy here is the same, of course. You want to block bait once again to the special 2, and with the inflated combo count from Lady Deathstrike, it can be a little bit tricky to get him up over that 20th tactical charge to trigger the Fury and remove the unblockable. I have found that it's actually a little bit easier for me to do because not only do her mediums have that extra hit, but her special 1 has a bunch of hits in it. So if you are close to that unblockable range, a full combo and a special attack is almost always going to push him up over that 20th charge and keep you out of the danger zone. I can't remember if we do take an unblockable hit in this fight, but I mentioned in the previous war, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use Lady Deathstrike here over Chee'ilth, and that is because of the bleed resistance. So with Chee'ilth, she has the cleanses available, so there's a good chance if we took a full combo or even a special 2 that the bleeds wouldn't stick in the first place. But you never know how a fight is going to turn out, and having bleed resistance I think is a little bit safer here. So right there we successfully push him over to second life, but now he's unblockable and below a bar of power, so we have to either bait out a heavy somehow or nail a blind intercept, and I can't remember exactly how this goes. I think I push him to the special 1 by accident, just trying to bait out a heavy here, and then I just release my block and take the entire special 1 to the face. You notice we are unstoppable from all the armors that we have, so we regenerated all of the hit damage from there, and we're still sitting pretty at 97%. One of the best things about Lady Deathstrike's kit is her ability to just automatically regenerate damage like that. So right there, we did take a combo, and the bleed is not doing anything. We are healing up via willpower. But since it was a basic attack hit, we did take a bunch of the hit damage. No worries there. That was just, my mistake, and I'll take a potion to heal up, and we get through that fight mostly unscathed. Alright, third fight is a mini-boss. We have a SAURON here on 40. I think I've taken this fight probably 3 times already this season. And I don't think that I have nailed every special 1 decks in any of them. I always seem to mess up at least one of them, similar to that Bishop fight where I always seem to screw up at least one of his special 2 dexes. So important things to note here. You want to, there we go, right off the bat I take the special 1, so we got that one out of the way. You're not going to have much access to your special attacks here because of Burden of Might. You also want to make sure to finish all of your combos with a medium attack in order to activate the heal block. Sauron heals, so it's a good idea to heal block him in general, but the heal block from Lady Deathstrike on a mutant will prevent them from being able to go unblockable, and this is more of an issue for Sauron on his basic attacks than his special one. The special one dex, even when you're rooted, is really not that difficult, as long as you remember that the dex while he flaps his wings. But when he has that unblockable passive and he's like zooming at you with a medium attack, it's similar to like Morbius almost, where he can kind of catch you off guard and really nail you with a combo there. So having the heal block on him at all times is just a really good idea in general. Other than that, this is a same fight as before. There's really not much else to say. You don't want to push him to the special 2 here really at all, unless it's like at the end of the fight and you're gonna be able to finish him off. The special 2 is very, very difficult to dex. I don't know that you can actually full dex it while rooted, so made that mistake I think the first time I fought him here, and it almost killed me, because if he gets a couple of lucky crits, he can overpower your regen and kill you instantly here. So right there I did push him over 2 bars because I knew that combo would kill him, and we get through and we are done with Lady D for this war. Okay, the last fight for me this war is a rank 2 spot on the Hazard Shift mini. Going to use Chee'ilth here with an advanced power boost. So with the Hulk synergy, we have access to extra cleanses at the start of the fight. That's going to help us not only against Hazard Shift, but against the Rupture debuffs that he can put on us. And then the advanced power boost is going to serve to get us to that special 2 more quickly. And while the special 2 Tranquilize is active, we will not be able to miss, and that's really, really important against any fight with Spot. So we're going to fire that off, apply the Tranquilize debuff. Every time that we successfully prevent a miss while that debuff is active, it is going to be paused for a few seconds, so we can get a couple of combos in here. You can see he's already kind of turtling up, and I was aware of this while I was fighting him, but he is going to be extremely passive here. So we are going to have to full dex this special 2 here while rooted. We don't have the taunt up, and we can't blind intercept here when he has bars of power. We nail the dex, however, I fail to notice that he is about to go untouchable, so I hit into his miss. The debuff had fallen off, and we take a combo to the face and some ruptures, so super unfortunate there. Yeah, that's my fault for just not paying attention to it. Get the special 2 up again, apply the Tranquilize, but he's not really close to untouchable at this point, so there we go. He's still at 4 spots, going to full dex another SP2 while rooted. Again, we don't have the benefit of that, whatever that passive is that lets you block unblockables in this fight. And one more special one finishes him off. So could have played that fight a little bit better, but we got through it with minimal dot damage. We did come away from this matchup with the win. Shout out to Next. 4 kills for me, 0 deaths, and our record has improved to 6-3 on the season. We got 3 wars left. In the past, 6 wins has been enough for the Masters bracket, and I think we are sitting towards the top of the top 10 currently. That said, we likely have a few very difficult matchups coming up. I think we haven't fought, who am I thinking? We haven't fought SGA yet this season, and we haven't fought Salty yet, so I'm assuming those 2 will be in our final 3 matchups. So if we can sneak out another win in our last 3 wars, that should be good enough for a top 10 finish, but it's really hard to say this season because so many people are dying. Attack bonuses are unpredictable right now, so it's really hard to say what the difference is going to be between like a Masters finish or a top 10 finish, but we'll see what happens. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please let me know by hitting that like button, and as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.